as we move within again, focusing on the breath, for breathing with awareness moves you inwards, allows the body to relax and let go, and opens your connection to spirit, to the higher realms. So let's just relax into these energies that are flowing through us once more, and allow, with the help of the Arcturians, our frequency to rise up again. We've all learned that we cannot do it or get it. We move into that peaceful place of letting go, of non-doing. And as we rest in non-doing, all takes place for us, not by us, but through us. So gradually we find ourselves returning to that higher frequency, experiencing the consciousness of our fifth dimensional selves in our third dimensional aspect. And we center ourselves within our high heart and ask for Goddess Quan Yin to come to work with us, the Goddess of compassion. One thing one notices about the energy of Quan Yin is total neutrality. For you cannot have true compassion unless you have neutrality. So neutrality, detachment is quite a high dimension to being. But we have been given the energies, the transmissions, the downloads over time for us to have the ability to move ourselves up into the dimension of neutrality. And as you move up into this dimension, feel Quan Yin with you and how she is lifting you and holding you in that dimension. So she says you cannot move to a higher level without first accepting what is. So let's spend a little time now from a place of neutrality, looking into our shadow and aspects of self which we have rejected and ignored. It will present itself to you if you wish, if you have the courage to take on this challenge. as you observe from awareness, from your I Am presence, with the love and compassion from your heart. You see with greater neutrality, which is very different from the level of criticism and judgment. So we can give love. We can give the love of a mother, the love of compassion to these wounded parts of self which have always been rejected. As we do so, as we find the courage to face the challenge of whatever aspect of self may arise, we lose our fear of the dark side. Once the fear is no longer there, we then find love. Love for what we've called our dark side, our shadow side. And so everything becomes embraced into the whole, part of the whole, as we become once again whole within ourselves, oneness of self. So let us spend time now in this energy, with this focus, as we call upon Sekhmet to lead us through. Much of the communication we receive is communication into our subconscious, which has not yet become conscious. So we simply allow, let it be, receive into these areas that are below our level of consciousness. we come to realize that there is in truth nothing that we need to be afraid of, excluding of course the instinctive fears that would be there. But we see how the many fears that we have are really simply illusion. As you have the courage to face the challenge of what lies within, so the fear of one shadow completely disappears. There is nothing there to be afraid of. And as your awareness of it comes to you, it dissolves in the light. It's said, once you learn true compassion, you can carry the suffering of the whole world without feeling any pain yourself. This is, of course, at the level of neutrality in the seventh dimension, which Quan Yin can bring us to as we allow her energy, her love, her compassion to embrace us. Where did the energy, the reaction come from of fear and guilt if we may have done something wrong? And yet making mistakes is part of the experience of life. So let us ask Quan Yin to transmute within us the fear and the guilt which we hold within from all the mistakes that we may have made over time. So we bring our higher self to our lower self. And recognize that it is all part of one whole. The suffering we experience from guilt, the most useless emotion of all. So many illusions to clear in our thought programs, our belief systems, full of illusory thoughts and beliefs that cause our suffering. So begin in your daily lives to take more care, to pay more attention to all these beliefs and programs, where they came from. Are they true? And the more that you release erroneous beliefs, the more you will be able to expand out of limitation. For the fifth dimensional frequencies are already here, and it is the limiting beliefs about yourselves that prevents you from moving in this very moment into the fifth dimension.